all around the world, nature is creating moments so rare and unbelievable that they almost feel unreal. From strange natural phenomena to one-in-a-billion events, these clips capture the planet at its most unpredictable. Get ready, because what you're about to see proves that nature can still surprise us in ways we never expect. Even with alarms blaring, some people really risk it all just for the footage. Well, now someone has to clean all of this up, and it definitely doesn't look like a quick job. These frozen lake formations look absolutely insane from a drone view. It's like nature decided to draw patterns just to confuse us. What is even happening here? It honestly looks like they're filming a new season of some mysterious show. If I saw this a few months ago, I'd probably find it cool. But with everything happening in the world now, this would actually freak me out. One of the most amazing roads to drive on, unless you run into this swarm of locusts. Then it instantly turns into a nightmare. It might look scary, but this is actually a controlled forest burn. It's done on purpose to prevent something much worse. At first glance, it looks like the sky. But no, that's actually ice, and it's messing with your brain. They were just trying to catch one fish. Instead, they caught way more than they bargained for. And not in a good way.
Get him out!
Hey, you gotta be quiet.
Sorry.
Lately, we've been seeing more and more strange circular formations in the clouds. It really makes you wonder what's going on up there.
¿Qué será?
这就有点离谱了吧？这个，那也分开的。哦。
How would you react if you got real proof that we're living in a simulation? That's the kind of thought that can mess with your head.
那边的云就没分开。这里。
Hundreds of dolphins joined them while they were sailing. Honestly, one of the most beautiful things you could ever witness. This unusual fish got stranded on the beach. Luckily, a group of brave students stepped in and helped return it to the ocean. Sometimes, you just don't have an explanation for what you're seeing, and maybe that's what makes it even more fascinating. Trying to surprise your partner with a romantic trip here? Yeah, there's a good chance it wouldn't end well.
Taking photos of the sea otters, and this one just gave birth to the one that it's cleaning up there.
I honestly wish I was this beaver right now, just enjoying life without a single worry in the world. People on the street thought they were seeing things. But nope, it's just a turtle and a dog casually walking through the city like best friends.
Кепочка, смотри, какая. Боже, я не могу. Это что вообще такое за милость?
An unbelievable natural phenomenon, a waterfall glowing like it's on fire. The sunset reflecting over it makes it look straight out of a fantasy movie. Wait, is that Venom, or did his whole family just show up? He got incredibly lucky to witness this moment. Thousands of birds suddenly took off from the field all at once, creating a breathtaking scene.
We broke the matrix.
They say physicists actually have an explanation for this. But honestly, it still feels too crazy to believe.
Is that? That's nuts.
What if aliens aren't somewhere out in space? What if they've been living among us this whole time?
Penguins as far as the eye can see. One will never see this many king penguins.
Now this is what you call the animal kingdom in action. Does anyone know where this place is? Because it looks absolutely unreal.
Video is the unholy smell. Some people might even call it a stink.
The safari goes wrong. From now on, they're not leaving the house. The universe clearly spilled strawberry syrup everywhere. Lightnings are dancing a dangerous, flashy dance. Every frame captures the raw power of nature. Orange clouds announce celestial wrath. Everything looks like a scene from a movie. Skilled hands brought this stump to life. The old man's face hides secrets of the ancient forest. A man cautiously steps onto a gray stone. The silence of the fields follows his every footstep. This reptile wears armor made of jewels. Its spikes shine brighter than the summer sun. The silhouette is clearly outlined against the blue. It looks as if someone is watching us from above. A scary owl calmly waits for its prey. She rules the night from the top of a wooden rail. The black and white footage curdles the blood. He runs toward the dark and simply evaporates. A room is the only width of this building. The building defies gravity and all common sense. The universe hides such sticky and creepy places. You have never seen this amount of thin threads. The entire building has become one big, white labyrinth. Look at this unusual and powerful ramp. Its appearance commands respect from all observers. It looks like an animal from some forgotten myth. Gravity no longer applies to this flyer. Its wings are still while it defies the laws of physics. Everyone watches this unreal and fixed sight in wonder. An unknown object silently cruises through the high clouds. No one knows where this craft came from. Humanity is still searching for answers to such recordings. The tree bleeds under the sharp metal teeth of the saw. The man stands in shock while watching this phenomenon. Nature sometimes bleeds in ways we don't understand. Horizontal rows of entrances decorate the gray sky. It looks like someone opened another dimension. Look at those incredible portals leading into the unknown. Laughter follows these strange and noisy passers-by. They proudly wear their shiny and round costumes. The city got new, quite unusual heroes today. The cockpit camera recorded this encounter. A flying saucer appeared out of nowhere at a high altitude. The footage confirms that we are not alone in this airspace. Nature always connects incompatible and little friends. Look at how this hairy creature slowly takes a ride. Both are enjoying their slow and safe adventure. A large fruit grows at a speed you've never seen. The man just smiles while creating something new. This is a true example of modern magic in nature. A man shows this unusual phenomenon on his finger. No one actually knows what that lump is. Nature sometimes creates bizarre shapes on our bodies. The sky has become a stage for strange phenomena. An unknown glow leaves observers in complete disbelief and shock. The footage clearly shows the moment of entry into deep darkness. View from this height takes everyone's breath away. The stars are so bright they illuminate the entire dark horizon. Passengers rarely have the chance to see such heavenly splendor. Nature shows its incredible and dangerous power. Light arcs connect heaven and earth in a rhythm. This footage was captured at the right, perfect moment. Magnetism or magic controls these ordinary rocks. Sparks fly in all directions while a crackling sound is heard. Watch how raw force is released from common matter. Pebbles suddenly grew legs and a will. It's hard to believe what the camera is actually recording here. Nature is a master of hiding and deceiving our visual senses. Earth seems to be vomiting this thick, dark mixture. Something strange is happening beneath this seemingly calm surface. Everyone is confused by this sudden and powerful eruption of liquid. Hair is so long that we can't see its eyes. A ram or a sheep? That is the question bothering all viewers. Help us decipher this unusual species with strange fur. Colors overflow from red to neon blue. The object hovers motionless while performing its little light show. No one can explain the origin of this wonderful, colorful glow. Sun struggles to break through this dark barrier. The aesthetics of this footage are completely unreal and incredibly beautiful. We are looking at a sky that seems painted by an artist's hand. Fire dances inside the thick and dark vapor. The footage captured a moment that defies all laws of nature. Look at that incredible contrast between the burning smoke and the cold air. Nature has created a perfect shape on this meadow. A wondrous light emanates from the very center of this mystical object. Perhaps this is a sign of an entirely different civilization or magic. Physics decided to take a day off here. The material looks solid but behaves like a child's plasticine toy. No one can logically explain how this phenomenon is even possible. Look at this incredible natural sculpture in the middle of the forest. The right side is completely tilted as if searching for something invisible. This visual trick leaves every passerby in deep wonder. Ground bends in a very unusual and slow way. Every footprint remains deeply imprinted in this strange and moist mass. Watch how the desert turns into something else entirely under the feet. I wasn't ready to see something like this. Up there sails a massive, airy predator made of cotton. A red gaze pierces the darkness directly from the goalpost. This bird clearly doesn't plan on missing a single goal tonight. The airplane window has become a frame for the most beautiful painting. Forest echoes with 1,000 small, swift steps. An entire tribe has decided to embark on a great search for hidden treasure. Tiny fish dance around this dangerous encounter in the blue. The diver tries to stay calm as a massive shadow opens its mouth. The sky ejects hundreds of glowing machines toward the ground, different colors 1009 as the metal birds lose their battle with gravity. An explosion of color creates perfect geometry on a black canvas. People scream with delight as sparks draw celestial portals above them. Center of the circle is reserved for the wisest head in his shell. Other turtles wait calmly for their leader's signal to begin a slow charge. Driver had no idea what kind of scene he would record. The camera caught the moment a fireball sliced through the dark horizon in front of the windshield. Snow swallows the skier in 1 second of pure horror. Luck follows him as this fall turns into the fastest transport to the finish line. Only the craziest professionals dare to challenge these underwater rapids without fear. Currents pull the body as if it were a mere toy in the hands of the mighty ocean. An aerial dance of 1,000 lights leaves the audience in total, silent shock. Technology has replaced classic gunpowder and created digital magic above our heads. Hungry mouths emerge to the surface as soon as they catch the first scent of a free meal. She doesn't even need a hook because she offers herself as a voluntary dinner. The fisherman confusedly watches a creature that obviously doesn't understand the concept of survival in the wild. Tourists flock here en masse, ready to sacrifice peace for one moment of pure, raw adrenaline. It's strange how, in situations like this, instead of running away, people pull out their phones to record. We live in a weird world. Drones simply grabbed the expensive device and disappeared in an unknown direction while everyone was filming. The phone owner was left with his mouth open, watching his property literally fly away into oblivion. Beauty of the landscape takes away the power of speech and returns us to a state of primal wonder. The world around us hides details that are too perfect to be real. Under the seat, something much scarier than ordinary, old repair tools might be hiding. Drivers often forget to check the dark spots before sitting on their machines. A bright trail in the night sky draws a path toward the cold, unexplored expanses of space. Beidou satellites travel toward their orbit, leaving behind a cloud of smoke and fiery dust. Perhaps a flamethrower would be a more efficient solution for these mutant buzzers that know no fear. It is best to flee indoors and pray that the doors seal well. Nobody expected their morning coffee to end up on the edge of such a massive and deep tectonic disturbance. Geologists claim that nature has once again decided to show us who is actually the real boss in the city. Spectators hold their breath as the collision of fire in the sky and water in the ocean turns into a real-life horror movie. It is only a matter of time before the force of the ocean extinguishes both the fireworks and any hope for rescue. The technique these acrobats master pushes human capabilities to the very edge of absolute impossibility. It's incredible what can be achieved with tens of thousands of hours of hard and bloody work. Electrical tape doesn't help here anymore. Maybe it would have been smarter for him to enroll in a gardening or baking course after all. Chaos reigned in the streets as no one knew where the next faulty drone would fall. Organizers will have to explain this epic failure of digital flight control for a long time. Scientists are fascinated by this process, but to us mere mortals, this looks like a worst nightmare. Every step of this creature is proof that life sometimes refuses to give up, even when the end has long since passed. Rarely does anyone get the chance to see a commercial plane in such an action-packed version. Modern aviation reminds us again and again how powerful and flexible these machines actually are. The play of shadows and light creates depth where everything is flat as a board. Anyone who watches this clip will have to rub their eyes at least twice in wonder. The unusual shape of their head and body makes them true stars of underwater macro photography. Every movement of theirs is proof of how creative and strange evolution can be at the same time. Steel beast crushed everything in its path with a deafening noise of metal. Even a massive tractor failed to stop the gravity that was ruthlessly pulling the beam toward the ground. Cars often end up in a ditch because the voice from the speaker said to turn where there is no road. It is smarter to stop and think than to end up as the main attraction for the local towing service. Water becomes the perfect playground for beings who know how to appreciate a moment of pure freedom. Watching them, one wishes to forget all worries for a moment and surrender to the flow. Gliding on a water wall looks like a dance with an invisible giant who rules the open sea. Every inch of this path is proof that with the right technique, even the wildest force can be tamed. 20 million years of waiting ended before the lens of a modern camera recording every crystal detail. The ice walls tell a story of the climate that once ruled our planet long ago. People gather in large numbers to witness this spectacle that merges history and horror elements. The atmosphere is tense but simultaneously filled with excitement that only such old customs can bring. Burden they carry is often 10 times heavier than themselves, but giving up is not an option for them. The harmony with which an anthill functions reminds us of the importance of cooperation in every society. Athlete merges with the element of water in a perfect balance of strength and focus. The journey on the board ends only when the shore says it's the end of this incredible adventure. Organizers outdid themselves, using the most modern pyrotechnics available on the global market. No one will forget the sight that turned the city into a fairy tale scene for a few minutes. Instead of curses and sirens, we saw something rarely encountered in the daily chaos of the asphalt. The story will definitely be retold for days because no one expected such a bizarre turn of events. Luck obviously favors those who have nerves of steel in critical moments. Fear is just an unknown noun to him because he remained stable as a statue while others panicked and fled. Old fishermen are throwing their nets in the trash because the prey here can be caught literally with bare hands. Nature has decided to open its doors and offer us a feast that is seen once in a century. The cracking of ice echoes through the strait as an announcement of inevitable disaster for careless explorers. Beauty here is just a mask for raw, ruthless power that no one can control. Every step across this frozen wilderness requires maximum caution and immense respect for the eternal frost.